Well, I'm Lucy Allan, and I am the newly elected MP for Telford, which was one of the 5 seats that the Conservative Party won from Labour in England at the election in May. My background was as a chartered accountant originally with Price Waterhouse, working in business turnaround, and then subsequently as a local councillor and getting involved in various aspects of work within the health service and community organisations. In terms of the issues and principles that I hold dear and will want to see effected in this next Parliament, I'm actually quite a traditional Conservative, I would say. So I'm very much looking for a continuation of George Osborne's current plan, which is a low tax environment, a smaller state, and inspiring and incentivising work, and very much pro-business. I think the most enjoyable part of being a Member of Parliament is always going to be what change you can bring about. And one of the great opportunities that we have as Conservatives is that we have a very small majority, a majority of 12, which means it only takes 6 of us to say, I'm voting for the other side because I don't like this particular bill, or I don't like the proposed amendment. And we can actually get something done about it behind the scenes. And I think that's not something I'd envisaged being able to do. So you're not just lobby fodder, you can actually influence and make change. And I think for me, that is probably one of the most exciting and enjoyable aspects of being an MP. I mean, in my constituency, we have a challenge in that it is a very fast-moving new town. A lot of house building going on, so infrastructure is a big issue for us. So getting connected both digitally and in terms of transport links, road, rail, those are very big issues. We feel quite shut off in Shropshire, but we're a rural hinterland, but a urban centre in the middle of that. So for me, I want to see a great deal more investment in the sort of infrastructure that will enable business to come to Telford. Secondly, green space, and protecting that green space at the same time as building new homes and a new town is a very difficult balance to achieve. So I've campaigned very strongly on ensuring that we are using brownfield sites first, that we are ensuring that we're respecting the existing areas that people hold dear, and preserving some of a unique identity that is Telford. Well, on the night that I was elected Member of Parliament for Telford, the results came through, I think, about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was actually quite calm at that point. I was expecting to win, not by any great margin, and I certainly didn't, but I had all the way through envisaged that I would win that seat right from the outset. On the night, I think it was a moment of reflection in many respects, because the outgoing MP had served the area well for 15 years. It had been his whole life. It had taken up all aspects of his domestic life, his social life. It was all focused on serving Telford. And I felt really it was a moment of calm, of being gracious, and really relishing the prospect of what lay ahead. So it wasn't a sort of air-punching moment. It wasn't a euphoric sense of elation. It was, yes, I've done what I set out to do, and some respect very much for the outgoing MP.